Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly psychic review. So I hope you've had a really good week. You've been enjoying yourself and standing in your truth the whole way. Thanks for joining me. We're doing this from the 21st, Monday the 21st of February through till Sunday the 27th of February. So how I work is I call in my guides, ask them to come close, my spirit guides, and to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any tips, techniques, or any guidance around the energies that are coming through this week. Okay, so just give me a second and we'll get straight into it. You know, a lot of the time there can seem like there's a bit of a whirlwind going around with people, and I'm the same. They're poking me and laughing. I'm the same, and it's that thing that how often do you give yourself time to really focus on what you're doing and to be in the moment, to be as mindful as possible, and to just really enjoy what is going on at this particular time, whatever this time is. And it's that thing about allowing yourself to really have the knowing that you've put yourself in that particular place for a certain reason. And what this will also do is it will help you to understand that if the situation or if the place you're in at that moment is not in your truth, that's maybe why I said that at the start. And if it's not, it's about you going, okay, you don't have to try to figure out so much, what is going to be. If you can have a bit of a feel around and, whatever thing you come across, go for a walk, hang out with some friends, read a book, watch a movie, chill out, do some housework, whatever the case. All of a sudden you feel uplifted when you think about one of these things that you can do. Well, go and do that. But if you don't, it's that thing about allowing yourself to be guided. And it's that thing too that a lot of the time, it's great to connect with spirit, it's great to connect with source, but a lot of the time, I've heard this in my personal life, people say, spirit will, work it out for me, or spirit will guide me, or, I'll leave it up to source to show me what's going on. But it's that thing where if you take your power as well as connecting to source energy, great spirit, whatever you want to call it, your guides, and you connect with them at the same time, you've got two powerful sort of ends here. And then you've got the connection which goes between it, which will be very powerful, very strong, very loving, and very beautiful as well. But when you've got one side, which could be yourself, and you keep going, I'll get source to show me, I'll get spirit to show me what's going on or how to do it, that sort of thing. It's like you're giving away your power, and you're not really standing up and going, hey, I'm awesome. I'm the one that really has control of my life. I'm the one that has the choices and says, yes, I'll do this, or no, I won't do that. And when you stand in your power and you take charge of who you are, but also not on a overexerted level, it's also about surrendering to what feels comfortable, what feels good. It's about allowing flow within that, taking charge as well. So it's a real fine line here, but when you're able to do that, and then you're able to connect with spirit, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, and do that at the same time, there's an amalgamation that takes place, which is, they're telling me, completely unstoppable, when you can actually do this in a very unified and sort of beautiful way. It's this thing where I can't even get the word, right. That's really going to describe how awesome it is when these two elements come in. Because yes, source is outside of you, but it's also inside of you as well. So it's about you connecting to the inside, the outside, and to you all at the same time. And they just laughed because they said, well, yeah, that's like the Trinity. And just on that, just before I go into the weekly readings, I just wanted to say one thing that I have learned from Spirit that quite surprised me, actually. That term, it's more used in a religious sense, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. What I got told from Spirit that this actually represents, because I didn't feel comfortable with that from a religious point of view, or from that, yeah, you know what I mean. But what it actually represents is the Father, is Spirit, is the Divine Mother, is the Divine Father. The Son is actually you. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. The church has kind of pulled this towards a masculine instead of, and the Holy Ghost is actually your higher self. So the higher self, the source energy, Great Spirit, and you. So it's that triad or that trinity that creates really ultimate power and ultimate beauty and love. And they're saying when this triad comes together in full unity, mate, miracles can be made. Just like, you hear about the masters creating things from matter, walking on water, healing people that are incredibly sick in an instant, all this sort of stuff. They're saying you can do this. And this is when that unity comes together. Right, I'm being told to get on with the weekly reading. I've been talking a lot. Okay, so what's on for Monday? So Monday, this is about allowing yourself to be free, and it's also, they're saying it's about how you're speaking and what you're speaking and the intent behind it as well. And it's about how you're speaking, both to yourself and others. And if you say something where you might be talking and you have an offhand comment going, oh, that doesn't ever work for me, or oh, I'm never any good at that. You can actually stop, whether it's, during, after, or even a couple of days later, and you can actually start to change that energy. So what you can do is just say, Spirit, can you please take that from me? I release that energy from my system. What I'm going to put in place from now on is, yes, things do always work out for me. I am very lucky, I am very capable, and I can do that. And that is what I'm going to bring in from now on. And the more that you're aware of this, the more you'll start catching yourself, and then you won't even say these things. So, this is that thing about giving yourself freedom through speech and through thought and intent. Okay, Tuesday, what's on Tuesday? So, all right, so Tuesday too, it's about getting in touch emotionally, they're saying, with what makes you zing. It's that thing in which what uplifts you, what helps you to feel good, what helps you to feel, sort of joyous. They're saying that laughter is one of the best things to raise your vibration. They're saying when you're laughing, when you're really truly laughing, you don't think about other stuff. You're in the moment, you're completely there, and you're absorbed by whatever the hell, it is that makes you laugh. So it's that thing too about getting in touch with your emotions, about getting in touch with the things that make you feel good and allowing that. And the things that don't make you feel good, it's not about judging them. It's just going, okay, I'm not going to put energy into that at this moment. Okay, so getting on to Wednesday. All right, so Wednesday is about flexibility within yourself. And it's that thing too about, shit happens in life, really. It does. Shit happens in all our lives. But it's that thing about how are you going to take this? What are you going to do with it? And it's about you allowing yourself to be flexible, possibly with the way that you have previously thought about a certain situation or a certain thing, or to not be flexible about it. And it's that thing too about, being aware of, are you being stuck in a certain position, or are you allowing yourself to be as open as possible? And when you do recognize that you're being stuck, it's that thing about, cool, I feel good about the fact I recognize this. Now, what is the opposite, or what's the opportunity that I can have? What's an alternative view or choice? And then go with that. Okay, so Thursday, what's on Thursday? So Thursday, this is so this is just about acknowledging aesthetics, beauty, and they're saying that there's beauty all around us. And that saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's funny, before I did this video just before, I was actually listening to some Nick Cave and some Tom Waits and stuff like that. And some people might view this as quite sort of, heavy sort of music, but I actually see it as quite beautiful. And, it's really about allowing yourself to get in touch with emotions that you might not be comfortable with, and actually seeing the beauty within these. So this is about seeing beauty within yourself. This is about seeing beauty outside yourself. And they just said, don't forget to say, I'm beautiful, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. I'm beautiful. Or if that's a little bit difficult for you to say, I enjoy recognizing the beauty within myself at a greater level every day. Okay. And they're saying, say something. If you see someone that looks good, or there's got a beautiful smile, or there's a pretty, clouds or flowers or trees, whatever, just stop for a second. Acknowledge this, communicate this if you feel like it. Okay, so getting on to Friday. Okay, so Friday, it's funny because I feel like I've got wings on my back, and it's that thing too about really, they're saying like, well, Friday, it's the day before the weekend. It's the day when you can really get going and let loose and that sort of thing, and have some time to yourself. So what are you going to do on Friday to help you to create more freedom within yourself, create more freedom within your life, and to recognize the choices that you have? Because they're saying everyone has the choice to either be free or to not be free. And what are you going to do with that? And this is, alright, so this is getting on to Saturday. Actually, we're going to Saturday now. This is about really ground level stuff, very base level, foundational stuff. And, so they're saying, and I think this has come up before, pick 3 things in which, align with you. And it could be, don't do your head in too much, but just for the weekend, or possibly you can do this for the entire week, picking 3 things, and then going, okay, well, what am I going to create today? So one of my 3 things might be, happiness. So what makes me happy? I'm going to do the things that I can that are going to make me happy, whatever that is. It could be social. So, I'm going to be social, I'm going to have fun, I'm going to enjoy the people I'm around. But it's really about that base level stuff. So whether it's, needing some alone time or whatever the case, what is it at a very base level that you're actually looking for at this time, and you're actually needing to, build upon? Okay, so Sunday, this is also about foundational stuff. And one thing I've been putting a lot more effort into is grounding. And the reason why I've been doing this is because and I've always said this, but I'm learning it in a different way, is that the more you ground, the higher you can reach. The more you ground, the more solid your base is, the more you can grow, the more you can expand. So it's that thing too about what are you doing to really help ground yourself? What are you doing to really help create something which has a very firm base, a very firm structure in which you can grow from there? And it's that thing too about, this is, it's funny, they just said, it's like David listening to Tom Waits or Nick Cave. We live in a world of polarity here. And so there is a light and a dark and a heavy and a light, or, this sort of thing. And it's also about grounding and above as well. And it's that thing that the more you've got on one side, but the more you accept what that is, whatever that is, the more you can accept that on one side, the more you can actually expand yourself on the other side. So if you're able to accept other people for their things, whatever they may be non-judgmental, are you able to accept yourself for the things in which you may feel, is not appropriate or not okay, or you've had thoughts which you might deem negative. Okay, so they're telling me to stop it now. It's been a bit of a long one. All right, beautiful. So I just want to say thank you for joining me. I love it when you subscribe, like me, share me around, all that sort of stuff. I've got all my links down the bottom if you would like a session with me for this upcoming week. I do many things. Give me a call and we can have a chat about that. More than happy to have a consult about your needs. Okay, beautiful. Well, take care of yourself, big love, and remember, the more fabulous that you can make yourself, the more fabulous you can make in the world around you. Awesome. All right, see you next week. Bye-bye.